Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Actually, it hasn't turned out nice at all, guys. It's a bit murky out there, to be honest. But I like that, mate. I live in a hot country. Do you know what I mean? I have no idea why. I prefer rain, storms, wind. I should be in Yorkshire, the North's ace. Do you like me talk? Yeah, my daughter made me that. How cool's that? Yeah. She's got her own little t-shirt thingy-majiggy and that. Like, she mainly does children's clothing, but I'm a big kid, aren't I? But yeah, this is an exclusive just for me. She'd do you one if you wanted one. Dunk at KopTalk.com. I'll put you in touch with her if you want. I like it. I like stuff like that. It's funny. So, right, we're going to talk about... now, you know what I'm like with names. We're going to talk about Kostas Tsimikas. I think it's Tsimikas. Okay. What name will he have on his shirt? Probably Kostas. What do you reckon? But I think it's Tsimikas. And I think his nickname's Timmy, which kind of goes against Tsimikas, but Tsimikas. Anyway, you know what I mean. £11.75 million, great transfer fee, 24 years of age, 5-year contract, will wear the number 21 shirt at Anfield. Now, at Liverpool, I do apologise, it's very early in the morning, I'm half asleep. This is my first cup of tea, my Yorkshire brew biscuit, Yorkshire tea biscuit brew, there you go. These things are important to get right, guys. So, before I proceed, in about 20 minutes, I'm putting a big Liverpool flag on that wall behind me. Yeah, thought you might want to know. Right, what am I saying? What are we saying? Right, so this kid. So initially, we believed, didn't we, that Jamal Lewis was the primary target, you know, and the Tsimikas was a fallback option. Apparently, that wasn't the case, guys. That wasn't the case. So we all thought that we bid for Lewis, that was rejected, £10 million, right? £10 million with a good sell-on clause, that was rejected. And we then know that Liverpool offered another £12 million, okay, which was rejected. So we thought at some point between these rejections that we then turned to Olympiacos. That wasn't the case. So we bid for Tsimikas first. We bid for him first, right? And if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, it's tough shit, you know what I'm talking. Unless it's Jack Daniels or John Smith, I can't pronounce names. You know this, all right? You know what I'm talking about. Now, we have on the KopTalk members website, and any member will verify this, right? We've had a guy with us for, well, his registered date there says 13 years ago. It's probably longer because at one time we changed the forum script, you know, so the registration date may be different, I don't know. And he is, without question, our best contributor, right? Because of where he works, okay? And the access that he has to certain things. And there was a post on the members' website yesterday, I do believe the 10th of August. I was told this morning that Tsimikas was our first choice and that we made a bid for him prior to their game, Olympiacos' game, against Wolves, which was turned down. The player was not informed. Edwards then approached Norwich and made 2 offers, which were also turned down. Norwich would not move, whereas Olympiacos had a slightly better offer, would secure a deal, which is why Liverpool bid again. Tsimikas was first choice if you believe Edwards, who thinks Norwich would have done business, but it would have been protracted. Now, I can't speak highly enough about Edwards, mate. And I remember when he was like early on in the role, you know, people were like, oh, he's just a data analyst, you know, he's out of his depth and all this. I think the guy plays I love his attitude, mate. I really like his attitude, guys. You know, sort of like, you know, like, it's just not going to fuck around. He's just not going to wait around. You know, it's just like, well, this is what we value. All right, we'll give you a little bit, Bob. That's it. All right, and if you don't, you know, so obviously they've tried it with Olympiacos at first. They rejected it, but Olympiacos, it sounds like, said, look, you're not going to have to pay as much as Norwich are demanding. And I think they came down considerably from their valuation. I think they basically went along the lines of, what you've offered is too low, We would like this, but we'll, give us a bit more and we'll do a deal. And a deal was done like that. So, people have different opinions as to who was the first choice target. Some people will say, what does that matter? Well, it does matter, because I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, FSG, they've let the boss down again, that he wanted Werner, they didn't give him Werner, that he wanted Lewis, he didn't give him Lewis. But from what I understand, and I believe it, right, is that no matter what comes out in the press anywhere, I believe that Tsimikas, whatever the fuck he's called, right, I believe he was first choice. And I think that when Liverpool realised that Norwich were going to play hardball, which is normal, we know that, Liverpool just along the case, along the lines of, look, we ain't got time to faff around, because someone else would have picked up the other kid, the Greek boy. I can't remember if it was Napoli or there was at least one English club interesting. Was it Leicester? I can't remember. But it was an Italian club as well. And I think Liverpool, they were in no rush to go through and get something done with Norwich. Maybe they could have waited around a little bit longer, but then someone might have took the other kid. All right, so I think Edwards has played an absolute blinder, and that is under FSG's watch. Let's be honest here. Sometimes we'll find the faults and go, oh well, it's under FSG's watch. So I think they've played a blinder. Now I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't know anything about this kid really prior to all the speculation linking us with him. But I've read articles, I've watched videos, I've listened to interviews, etc., etc. Now, I think we are getting Andy Robertson Mark II. I really do. It excites me so much. Now, I don't think he's as good as Andy Robertson, but with a bit of education, a bit of mentoring from the boss, and our setup, I think that he's going to be an outstanding player, honestly. He looks like Andy Robertson in the way he plays his game. He's got that same side of mentality, the football brain of Andy Robertson. When Andy Robertson's not playing, and this kid is, I think when he's settled, don't judge him straight away. When he's settled, I think we're going to go. He's actually very similar. Now, what I have learnt about him, and what I do like about him, is he's not a big I am. He's got great character. He's got great character, as Brendan Rodgers would say. So he's not look at me, have you any idea who I am? He's not like that, right? He's down to earth. And that's for me, I like that in a footballer, because it's very rare. Very much like Andy Robertson, wouldn't you agree? So I think that, and also, there's another thing as well, all right? All I was going to do there was just continue to big him up. I don't know if you've read anywhere about his salary, but I heard that it was 50 grand a week. Now, I don't know if that's accurate or not. I haven't read anything today, any new stuff. If that is true, that is amazing. That is amazing. And it's a great bit of business. Now, and I think there'll be further business. Now, what was I going to say? The minute they agreed to let Lovren go, that's when I thought, hello, something's going to start happening, because they were talking about keeping Lovren for another year. I know it's a different position, but I just thought, we're starting to let people go before we've actually brought anyone in. So I think you're going to see something else. Now, Ben White at Leeds United is a centre-back, all right? Well, he was on loan at Leeds United, he plays for Brighton. Leeds have made 2 bids for him recently, and they've both been rejected. Off the top of my head, I think it was 18.5 million and 20 million. Now, I think this is relevant. I think you keep an eye on that. I think Liverpool will be keeping an eye on that. Because each time they get a bid rejected, Liverpool will go, we would have paid 18.5, but it's been rejected. We'd have paid 20, but it's been rejected. So let's say it goes to 25 and that's rejected. Liverpool might say, well, we won't pay any more than that, so we don't need to get involved. Liverpool will be watching what is happening with Ben White, and I advise you to do so. Yeah, you too. I advise you to, 200. All right. But yeah, anyway, sticking with Tsimikas, whatever he's called. What's he going to be? Was it number 21, his shirt? I think I've already told you that, I'm not sure. Yeah, number 21. I think this is... I think a lot of people, right, supporters, right, are probably like, but I think I actually genuinely think that you're going to be chuffed to bits with this one. I do, and I'm sorry if the microphone's a bit quiet. I'm using my podcast mic. I need to get my other microphone out of the my recording studio where I normally make my videos, but I'm going to be making them in here from now on. Yeah, just a moment, please. No, I think that, when we signed Andy Robertson, I was like that at the time. Say Oxlade-Chamberlain, I was like that. Timo Werner would have been like, yes, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I think you should also keep an eye on the what's going on with Watford and Liverpool, because I'm told that there are definitely we've got to be. I like to be very specific with my words. Dialogue. Well, it wasn't dialogue. Was it dialogue that I was said? It was dialogue. Wasn't. See, because some people say in talks with, and I think that can be leading and misleading. Negotiation, not negotiations. No, it was dialogue. There is dialogue. There is dialogue between Watford and Liverpool regarding that kid Sarr, but that could be, that's going to be very dependent on the fee. I think the boss would like to see him brought in. I am actually quite more upbeat now than I was, quite a few weeks ago. I'll be honest with you, and we know there's exits and things like that, and we know, that doesn't change my view of the owners and stuff. I think, with world champions, European champions, Premier League champions, I want to see us, stamp our authority. I understand that you've got to be cautious, and that doesn't mean going out and spending 200 million, because this is what people fucking respond to you when you say these things. They go, what, so you want to spend 200 million? No, I never fucking said that. I just think that you need to freshen up the squad. You need to have competition. And we've now done that on the left-back position. So we'd have to play, is he 34-year-old there? Or someone that can't really play there. So another thing about this Tsimikas is I don't think he's versatile. I think he can only play in that position. And I think that's about it. He's a good egg. And I think he fits into the Liverpool mentality of what we expect from our players. So he's not going to be a knob jockey, and I like that. And I think give him time, and I think we'll be very happy with him, guys. So I am a lot more upbeat than I was a few weeks ago. I still think there will be further activity, and I am firmly of the opinion. You may be different. You might see one of the clique, the LFC journalist clique that get briefed on things. You might see them say, no, Lewis was first choice. No, we moved for this boy before their game against Wolves, was it, I think. So, and they managed to keep it very quiet. And I guess they kept it quiet because Olympiacos will have wanted to concentrate on that fixture, which is probably why you saw no leaks at the time. So, and you only usually see leaks when something's going wrong, I think, or a club is trying to exploit the situation. So when we moved for Jamal Lewis, do you think Liverpool leaked that? Why would you do that? You don't do that because you don't want to alert your rivals or other people that might be interested in that. Was Norwich City because they want to get the price up, So Olympiacos, your first offer's not acceptable. Yeah, we'd like this, but if you come back in, we can make this happen. So that's the kind of stuff that you want. Michael Edwards should be applauded. I think we're very lucky to have this guy, and he's probably a very underrated part of the situation. And we'd also been tracking this lad for 2 or 3 years, which is very good, because I'm not sure whether we've ever discussed him on here. I don't think we have. So I discuss a lot more on the podcast, the KopTalk podcast, to be honest, because I touch on everything on there. You couldn't make a video about every transfer link. The KopTalk podcast, I did one yesterday. I'll probably be doing one today, depending on time. You can get it on Spotify, Deezer, the TuneIn app, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Just search Liverpool FC KopTalk, whatever. You can listen to that on there. I could go through the members website and search his name, and maybe something would come up from years ago. I don't know, but I'll be honest with you. I can't sit here with you and say, "Oh yeah, I thought we'd go for him," because I haven't heard that. So I think it's very good the way that Liverpool are conducting the business, and the fact that we don't have, the fact that we now have outsiders, if you like, running the club and owning the club. And what I mean by that is people not from the city. That means that you don't get people like former chief executives that might like to mingle with the girls on a Saturday night, giving it, do you know who I am? And showing off, talking to people, saying, oh yeah, well, we're going to make a move for him. Sometimes people talk a little bit, even without the intentions of leaking it. And I think that is why we do not see as much stuff leaked from the club now, unless the club want it out. So, and when the club wants something out, the sign of that is when all the clique, the Liverpool journalists I call them the online Liverpool clique, whatever. I'm not referring to websites here. They all, within seconds of each other, put out the same thing, and that's when they've been briefed. Unfortunately, I know one of those people, so we usually get to know that as well very quickly. So That's it, I think. So listen, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to get this Liverpool thing put up behind me, I think. Are you happy with me making my videos in here? Because I do still have my studio, but I'm going to start moving things around if this is okay. The audio may not be great. I will work on that. I will be live on here all day, so I have got something to do this morning, but I will be on KopTalk TV all day. Every weekday, if you're not doing anything, or you're out and about, get the app, the YouTube app, and just come to this channel, or go to your browser on your laptop. www.koptalk.tv brings you to this channel. And I'm live during the day. I am working, but we get the squad. We get the squad in, people in, Liverpool fans in, talking about stuff and all that. The girls are there sharing the nudes on WhatsApp with us all. It's fucking brilliant, guys. All right. So, let me know your thoughts on this kid. Are you happy about things? What do you think? Keep an eye on Ben White, what happens with him. And also that Sarr at Watford. And yeah, there's other names in there, but from what I understand, Sarr, Watford, Liverpool and Watford dialogue. There you go, dialogue. And the other one, there's another one as well. We made an approach. I'd like to tell you this one before I go if I can. Sarr, Mandi. I think it could be that Mandi. We approached another club. I haven't got the information to hand, I'm afraid. If you're a KopTalk VIP member, just go and look in the executive lounge. Not the executive lounge, the scouting department. Maybe it's the first page of this. 1 second. Had it confirmed overnight that we are in talks with Betsis for Mandi. It's a genuine interest. That was on the 4th of August though, and it's gone very quiet. So that's a week ago. That's very good. Now listen, if you are, let me just put this down. If you are into your Facebook, we've got a Facebook page, KopTalk, facebook.com/KopTalk. You can become a supporter on there now, and that gives you access to a private forum, a commute group on Facebook, and all of the stuff like, from the members website, I'm dropping stuff into there, so you'll get that as well. So what I'm saying is, if you can't be asked going to a website, KopTalk, but you use Facebook quite a bit, then you can access that group, so you'll get the same sort of, information and updates in there. It also helps me out, obviously. It's like, buy me a coffee once a month. Same if you join this YouTube channel, if you click join underneath. And if you've got an iPhone or an iPad, it doesn't work on here apparently. You have to use a web browser. There you go. Why was I telling you about Facebook? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing hosting live streams on there when Liverpool are playing. Not on YouTube. I'll be doing them on Facebook only. Okay. So on match days when Liverpool are playing, we'll be able to have a chin wag and stuff like that. So facebook.com/KopTalk or the KopTalk group. It says become a supporter, and I'd love you to join the squad over there. All right, I think we've got everything covered. Have you seen I've been putting? Oh, have I got a message? Yes. Rodders is back. For those of you that knows who Rodders is, we've got Rodders back again, and many of you have commented on how nice it is to see Rods. Obviously, these are my children, Charlotte and Robert, when they were little. Where was that? Torremolinos. And of course we've got some little Liverpool figures down here. And this one in particular, this is just an absolute legend, guys. Fuck me. Who's that? Do you know what that is? Andy fucking Carroll, mate. I don't mess about. Right, I'm off. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on the defender. Do you know anything about him? If you do, share it in the comments, please. Please thumbs up the video, and if you'd like to support my YouTube channel, join it. And the more people that join, the more videos I'll do. And I just want to thank you for your support, as ever. I know some of you are not in a position to support by becoming a member or whatever, but you're watching the video, and if you give it a thumbs up, that's your way of saying cheers, Dunk. All right, really appreciate it, guys. I'll catch up with you later. Yeah, and if you want one of these, drop me an email, dunk@koptalk.com. There's nothing in it for me, but if I say to her, look, one of my peoples thinks your t-shirt's pretty cool, she'll do you one. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll go. All right, guys, take care. Don't forget, I'm live on here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, unless I'm busy doing something elsewhere. But I'll be on here. Should be on here today. Okay, guys, take care. All right.